From a global perspective, CEOs are much more confident than they've been for the past several years, and I think that's really a positive story. Over 40% of them feeling that the economy was going to improve. Stark contrast compared to a year ago, where close to 30% of CEOs were saying we're worried about the economy declining. Now it's less than 10%. So really, I'll call it a glass half full story, really positive. Most CEOs, 75% of them, either have a cost reduction program in place today or are looking at one in the future. Second main thing that they're really focused on is technological advancement. And again, it's the speed of change that's happening today. Everyone appears to be looking at their businesses and saying, what's the impact of technology over the next 3 to 5 years, and how is it going to transform how I interact with customers, how I interact with my people? Will it have an impact on the ability of new entrants to come into my business markets? Canadian businesses are really looking towards the US as being a primary driver to growth. 70% of our CEOs said, boom, the US market, but also China. Again, that's a recurring theme, and some more focus on the UK as people see the European market coming back. So lots of positives with respect to that. They're also looking at key organizational priority as being one thing, which would be innovation. And again, may not drive some growth in the short term, but they're really feeling that over the medium term, a focus on innovation is going to be really important to their businesses. From a long-term perspective, CEOs want more certainty, and they also want regulators to have a better lens towards what's the cost benefit of some of the regulations they're putting in place today. There's a much bigger focus today by CEOs on, I guess I'll call it that lack of trust in business, and it's about thinking about all stakeholders, whether those are shareholders, whether those are regulators, whether that's society and the communities in which they work and live, and taking their perspectives into account in the decisions they make, focusing more on the integrity of supply chains than was ever the case before, and really looking at the impact that they have much more broadly on society as a key ingredient in order to be able to attract and retain top talent within their organizations over the longer term.